All right, Jesse McCartney on the show.
How you guys doing?
How you doing, Jesse?
I'm well, man. I'm well.
The last time we talked to him, he was just a little cuss, wasn't he?
You're only, 20 or 21 now?
I'm 21.
21.
Yes.
So I think we did talk to him about maybe 3 years ago, something like that. Do you remember being on the air with us or no?
Yeah, man. It was definitely a hot minute ago. I've been away for a while.
You just kind of not interrupted because we're running a little late, but the topic is, and we'll just kind of get your comments on this, but have you ever heard of the term cross-nursing?
Cross-nursing?
Have
Yeah.
you tried it?
No.
I'm sure he's a rock star and he's 21.
Okay,
So
it's the term where there's a baby. Let's say the mom has a baby and her sister is got milk too. She has kids, and she'll let the sister or maybe a friend that has milk let the friend breastfeed their kid.
how do you feel about that, Jesse McCartney? Multiple women breastfeeding one
Would you say
child.
a little creepy?
It's a little creepy.
That's what I
Yeah.
say. Yeah, I think the same thing.
Maybe there's a hit song in there somewhere, Jesse? Huh? What do you think?
I'm gonna stay away from that one.
You should.
Hey, that could be somebody else's hit song.
That's funny. Hey, we're excited to have you part of this contest. Do you know about the contest that you're doing, or do you find out literally like the day of?
Like
hey,
right now.
Yeah, like you need to leave these personalized outgoing messages for the 5 lucky winners.
No, about the 5 personal outgoing messages.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, dude. I've been doing a bunch of them, and I think it's great, man.
cool. Yeah, it's a neat contest. So you got to find out about that at 971zht.com. So 21 years old, and you've already got a hit song. Well, you've had hit songs on the radio, but what I think is cool is you've written how many songs? We know about the Leona Lewis song that's just huge, bigger than life.
Yeah, man, that one took us all by surprise.
Are you getting just nuts paid for that thing?
Eventually, it takes forever, I think, for it to, actually all come in. But, yeah, I mean, that's, it definitely is a perk to writing writing a song that does that well.
Well, and more importantly than the money, have you worked closely, I hope, with Leona Lewis?
I've worked, other than that song, we've both been so busy. She's been out traveling nonstop, and so have I. So it's been tough to really actually get back in and do anything more right now. But eventually, man, I'm going to be working hopefully with some other artists as well, and just sort of, build up my repertoire as a writer.
Hey, how long did it take you to get that song? So how many songs deep was it? Like, boom, I have this hit song, Leona Lewis.
I would say, how many have I written?
Until you hit that.
I've been writing for years, but at the end of the day, as far as making this new, because originally Ryan and I got into write for my album. I was just sort of building up a catalog of songs, and that one came out. But we wrote that in one night in Los Angeles. It was one of those very few nights in LA that was pouring rain, and just kind of one of those bittersweet, sort of depressing nights. And
Yeah.
we wrote a song that was pretty heavy. But yeah, man, I try to stay up, and keep my writing chops up as much as I can, and especially when I'm out on the road.
Good for you.
How do you tell the crap from a hit? Like when you're writing something and
Maybe when he gives it to the music people and they're like this.
ooh, this stinks.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's hard to tell these days. To be honest, they're kind of one and the same a lot of the time. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows. If anybody knew, then there wouldn't be the it would just be boring if everyone knew it.
And can you write a song that, does this work? Have you experienced this? Because, I don't know. No one's putting the songs I write on the air. But do you where you can write something and then maybe right now, it just doesn't work. But then you come back a year or 2 years later and they're like, yes, this is a hit.
Yeah.
Definitely. I have so many, half-written, unwritten, melodies or, just songs in general that don't really ever lift or go anywhere. But, you come back to in 6 months later and you're like, oh, when did I do this? This is dope.
Well, I bet that you have more clout now, though. I bet now that you've written this hit song, the stuff that you're writing, post this Leona Lewis song, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to, definitely take this a little bit more seriously, right? I would think.
Oh, it's definitely, opened a lot of doors for me as a writer, without a doubt. And Simon Cowell and, Clive Davis over at J Records, they definitely, they've already said they really want Ryan and I to write for some of the other as well. It's just about timing, man. You
Yeah.
know, it's like I'm out promoting this new album, and the first single did its thing, and we're going to be pushing my second single in a couple weeks, and everyone's crazy busy right now.
Okay, we're talking to Jesse McCartney. If you're just tuning into the show, Jessica had a question for you.
Yeah, I heard a little nasty rumor. Well, not too nasty, but that you have your house and your neighbors aren't too happy with you because you have some late night parties. Is that true? And who's your girlfriend? Because all these chicks are digging you. Do you have a girl?
Well, and you were in sleeves for 5 minutes, remember? We saw some pictures of Jesse McCartney for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's just out, you know? So
True.
whatever you're doing a pretty good job of it because we don't actually see it or read about it in the morning.
It's the super down low pimping, man.
Big
That's
time.
how you got to do it.
Big time.
I'm sure I've pissed off a neighbor or two in my time. We've had a couple of parties, you know, but we're cool now. I mean, we worked it out. We made sure that we're all good.
Do you have any famous neighbors?
You know, not direct. They're not, you know, directly across the street or anything. But I got Ryan Cabrera lives up the street from me.
Oh,
and-
dude, that
he's
guy
weird.
is the biggest D-bag in the world.
Hold on. Well, what do you
Tell
think
me
about
you
him,
don't
Jesse?
Hang out with him, Jesse.
What?
You don't hang out with him, do you?
We're banning you from hanging out with Ryan Cabrera.
He's
He's a
loser.
tool.
Not good for your career,
He's
man.
a tool.
We're just telling you right now. Don't do it.
Weirdo
I used to
loser.
love him, and he got weird.
Hey, you know who lives up the street that I really dig is Robin Big.
Oh,
I love
Jessica
Robin
loves them. She
That's
she
cool.
cried
I
when
did.
the show ended
I
on
cried.
MTV.
Stay with Robin Big.
Yeah.
Avoid Cabrera like the.
I like that hood. That's a good neighborhood.
When was the last time you saw Cabrera? Have you talked to him?
I haven't seen him in a minute because he's been out on the road.
He's
and
got like his
I've been
14-year-old
traveling a lot.
girlfriend or something.
Yeah, we had him. Here's the thing: we had him in studio not too long ago, and we
This
kind of
is
know him
hilarious.
because we've had him in and out, in the past few years, and it's been a while since we've seen him. So he comes in studio, and he's talking about this girl that. And Ryan is what, 25?
Yeah.
He's something like that now.
mid-20s.
And serious, listen close, Jess, because this is hysterical.
And he's dating like Presley. What was it?
It's
Lisa
Elvis
Marie's.
Presley's
No,
granddaughter.
Yeah,
And she's 16, right?
it's
Yes.
Lisa Marie's daughter. Yeah.
Okay, 16, and he's 25. But he's trying to kind of convince us, and then he says to us, dude, he says, "Well, that's the way we do it out in L.A."
It's
And
LA.
kind of like you wouldn't know in Salt Lake City. We're like,
Yeah.
dude, it's called you're a pedophile, and that works in every 50 states across the country. Don't you watch Dateline, NBC, to catch a predator?
He sounded like seriously, and I'm not coming at Mississippi, but he sounded like someone from like backwoods, middle of nowhere, trying to explain to regular people how it's okay to date adolescent children, but we didn't get it because we're not from Los
Stay
Angeles.
away from him, Jesse. Stay away
Yeah.
from him.
He's not a good guy.
Don't even borrow sugar
and
from your
his
neighbor.
shoes are creepy. Creepy shoes.
Wow, you guys really have it out for.
Well, he's just trying too hard.
Yeah.
He is trying too hard. Well, we remember the last time you were in town, so we're excited to have you back. So it's August 11th, I guess you're coming to town with Jordan Sparks. If you want to check out this thing, so you're just leaving personalized, outgoing messages. We've got 5 lucky winners. What's the craziest message that you've done for a contest winner? Do you know? Can you remember?
Craziest
Yeah.
message I've done for a contest winner.
Something that sticks out.
Something
like,
funny.
Like you want me to say what? You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's anything too crazy. I did a happy birthday. I sang a little happy birthday message. I don't even know.
Are there any?
You know what? I left this one like outgoing for this fan. I left their greeting for their voicemail.
Right.
And it was I thought it was a dude's name. And because it was one of those names. It was it's like Jesse. Jesse could be a girl or a guy's name. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I left a message, and apparently it was a girl, and the girl called back, and she was pissed.
Oh, really?
She was like, my name is Ryan, and and he called me a boy, and she was pissed. She was not happy. So I had to like personally call her and apologize.
Oh, that was nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that is very nice of you.
I can tell you.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy.
You
She was
seem like-
come on, your name's Ryan. Like,
It's going to happen to you. This is like the first of many times in your
Yeah.
life that it's going to happen
Like
to you.
the-
don't pretend like in kindergarten you weren't abused.
The only girl Ryan I could think of is Ryan Starr.
Yeah.
Speaking of American
she was on Surreal
Idol.
Life, American Idol.
It's not very common. I was thinking just before we leave, since we were talking about the cross nursing, if Jesse, being 21, cool celebrity, if he wanted to share maybe a story when he had multiple breasts in one sitting.
Yeah.
Just anything you want to throw out there, Jesse? Just a story for the 30-year-old guy in Salt Lake?
Thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I've done a lot of cross nursing in Salt Lake City, actually.
Okay.
Really? Anybody I know?
It's been great. You know, they actually the milk there is actually a lot richer and creamier, and it just really makes for an overall healthier child. So I'm really looking forward to coming back to Salt Lake just for that reason.
All right.
Outstanding.
Big round of applause for Jesse McCartney. The new album is Departure. We'll see you August 11th with Jordan Sparks, man. Thanks for calling us.
Sounds good, guys. All right, ciao. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.